Hi, you're watching my channel, Cloud Busted. Alright, what's going on, you guys? So it's time to repower my Traxxas Bigfoot. So this is a Traxxas Bigfoot. I did a bunch of mods to it, and it's why it's got a different body on it. I didn't want to break the original because it was way too cool to destroy. And I did a bunch of suspension mods, so I did a couple videos on that before, so you can check those out. Anyway, so I got a new speed control for it, and I didn't want to put too much money in this thing, so I figured I'd buy a used brushless motor. But I wanted to make sure it was good before I bought it. So I'll show you how I test brushless motors before I buy them. So let me get this out of the way. Sorry about the messy workbench. I got a lot of projects going on right there. I got a bunch of gloves I got to finish for people. Right there I got a bunch of RC parts. So anyway, back to how I test a brushless motor. So that's the motor in question. Let me get these out of the way. So this is a Tekin 4000 kV Pro 4 motor, brushless. And I figured this would be perfect in the Traxxas Bigfoot, which is really just a Stampede. Especially because I have another transmission for it, and with all the mods I did, this would be a perfect upgrade. And because I got burnt in the past on buying motors, I wanted to make sure this thing was good. So the first thing I do is I spin the motor, make sure everything's nice and smooth. It doesn't make any weird sounds. So that one checks out good, but that doesn't mean it's okay. So anytime I buy a brushless motor, there's a way I test these things. So a brushless motor that has 3 wires is what's called a permanent magnet synchronous motor. And what that means is I should be able to take another brushless motor, especially one, a big motor like this with a lower kV rating, take these wires right here. In this case, I'll just give these a little twist and try and somehow fit them in here. You can always use little alligator clips too. So because these are both 3-wire brushless motors, they're permanent magnet synchronous motors, which means one could be technically used as a generator to power this. So in theory, if this motor is good, when I turn this, that pinion should turn. Let's see. Yeah, take a look at that. So if you look, when I turn this shaft right here, this pinion's turning, and that's because it's a permanent magnet synchronous motor. If I tried this on a brush motor, that wouldn't work. So this tells me that this motor's chances are it's good because it made no funny noises when I turned it, like funny weird, not funny haha. And when I do this, it turns. So chances are the motor's good, and I have no worries about buying it, and I can put it in that Traxxas Bigfoot and get back on the track in no time. So now let's see what happens if we hook it up to a drill. So doing that, the drill just got me thinking about something. I wonder if I could somehow set these motors up together and make what's called perpetual motion. What that is something that keeps moving under its own power. I think the limiting factor will be heat. I bet you eventually one of these motors, probably this one, will get too hot and fail because heat is like energy. So that's pretty much it. That's how I test a used brushless motor before I buy one. So if you're gonna go look at a brushless motor, see if you have an old one kicking around you can bring with you, or see if maybe one of your buddies has one that'll let you borrow. And that's pretty much an easy way to tell if it works. I've been doing that for a long time, and I've never had a problem. So take care, thanks for watching, like and subscribe.